If you're HR director, talent acquisition manager, or business owner in Australia, you have spent at least 18 months to adjust the reality of skills in demand work visa. The days of the old 482, but your international hiring pipeline is about to hit the next major regulatory hurdle. As we approach the end of the financial year, the Department of Home Affairs is rolling out the new indexation increase. So on 1st July 2026, the core skill income threshold is raising to $79,099. Skill stream jumping to $146,717. So if the candidate currently in your Q4 recruitment pipeline, onshore temporary, waiting for nominations, which means the budget allocation, the market salary rates has changed. So in this video, I want you to look at immediate compliance steps your teams need to look at it, especially on the 30th of June. The 100-day mobility approach to the 2026. Let's really check out what's really have impact on you. So this salary increase is actually indexed on each year on 1st of July, which is this year, 1st July 2027. So skill in demand has actually operated more than 1.5 years. We are seeing real impact on our workforce and retention. For years under the old 482 visa, it has significant leverage, which we only require a candidate to have at least 1 year work experience. Of course, for your job description, probably you want clients to have that candidate to have more than 1 year work experience. But for the visa itself, you only need 1 year of relevant work experience. So the market's really different now, and very competitive as well. So we want to know the transition, the barriers between the past, the change, and the future. So if your talent retention strategy really rely on assumption that work visa is bind with that position, we are currently facing high salary increase, which is shift to genuine talent engagement. This is what's gonna change. And then if you're HR or you're a business owner yourself, this is something you really need to look at. Of course, we want to look at whether the candidates have processing time, how long gonna take. The Department of Home Affairs aim to really process really fast for the skill migration, skill in demand visa for subclass 482. So of course, when you calculate salary, you have to calculate including the basic salary plus the superannuation. So let's really look at the financial compliance data. For the core skill stream, which covers the vast majority of mid or to senior professional hires, now baseline is $79,499. So remember, you can't just artificially bump salary to hit this number. You must really align with the Australian market salary rates for that specific role within your organization. So if you're recruiting executive talent, senior tech leaders, innovators, your focus really relying on the specialist skills, which that threshold goes to 146,717. So the ROI is very significant. Government remains 7 days fast-tracked processing for specialist stream. In a tight market, this is really able to retain, to get a candidate, your employee to come to work really fast. Okay, so that's much change. That's government still have this kind of promise. If you come to the specialist threshold, I can process your visa in 7 days. I think probably sometimes beyond the 7 days, take 2 or 3 weeks, but it's really normal because that the candidate might need to go health checks, police clearance. It takes time for them to do that. But processing time means guaranteed. The government is really wanting that to prioritize in the all processing pipeline. So if you're there really sitting next to the current minimums, you have to be really aware of, you have to calculate superannuation as well. The governments are currently reviewing the onshore applications. You so really look at that current pipeline of your current overseas workers working with you under the 482 visa. If you're planning to transit yourself to some of them, renew them under the SSIT core stream, the salary times you have to review it to make sure that it meets that new requirement. and then to adjust the nomination as well. Okay, so if your employee that's reaching the expiry date of the visa application, you are required to sponsor, nominate them again on the position, even the same position, the salary has to be considered. So if you want to book a consultation with us, please subscribe our channel and contact us directly. But the most important part is really about compliance. Of course, it takes time for you to review this salary requirement, reviewing that if that some of your overseas employees, what am I saying, it's you hire them on a visa. If your organization needs a comprehensive compliance check ahead of your financial year change, or if you need to review the current workforce alignment with the skill in demand visa stream, my consulting team is here to assist. So click description below or schedule a call with us.